Hey y'all, welcome into the Alabama Football Report. I'm Lena Bond, and I'll be taking you through all the hottest headlines and rumors straight from Tuscaloosa. But let's get to those headlines first, and the first one up on the docket, Nick Saban has added another former NFL coach to his coaching staff heading into 2018, and that is Lou Spanos, and he's hired as an analyst. The 47-year-old was a Tennessee Titans linebackers coach for the last 4 seasons, but he wasn't retained by new Titans coach Mike Vrabel. Spanos was previously UCLA's defensive coordinator under Jim Mora for 2 seasons, and outside of that 2-year stint in Westwood, Spanos has been in the NFL since 1995, working almost exclusively with linebackers. He has coached in 3 Super Bowls, all with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so I guess he's just another typical Saban analyst. Next headline we have for you guys, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is a young, promising wide receiver who got injured in spring practice, and he will require surgery to fix up a meniscus injury, and that rising sophomore is Jerry Jeudy. He just took to Twitter to confirm his injury. AL.com's Matt Zenas was the first to report the news, but said it's possible that Jeudy could return before the end of spring practice, which is April 21st A-Day game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. He's a former 5-star recruit in 2017 and appeared in all of 14 Crimson Tide games just a season ago and finished second on the team in receiving yards, and we all hope him a safe and speedy recovery. Last headline we have for you guys, and I'm sure you've heard about this one. LeBron has some beef with Alabama, okay? And it's specifically with that new Shop Talk mini-series. And like I said, most of you guys are aware, Nick Saban recently participated in that video series designed to show off the Tide's new in-house barbershop and allow former Tide players who now enjoy the NFL to promote the program by talking about the reasons they chose Alabama and how their on-campus experiences helped them grow. And like I said, it turns out LeBron James has some beef with it. James has his own multimedia platform called Uninterrupted that is backed by big corporate moolah and allows professional athletes to share personal video content with fans. In one of the episodes, James and Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors shot a barbershop conversation that aired during last season's NBA Finals, and there have been a few barbershop episodes since, and apparently they believe Alabama's videos are damaging their brand, in a letter stating, "Your continued exploitation of Shop Talk infringes on Uninterrupted's copyright, trademark rights, and other valuable intellectual property rights in the shop, and significantly damages Uninterrupted's commercial prospects for the shop." The letter goes on to invite a conversation with Alabama before, quote, rushing into legal proceedings, aka pay us or shut it down. Well, certainly they have the right to protect their interests. This seems like an awfully tough sell to me. I mean, James and company hardly invented the barbershop, or let alone the concept of a barbershop as a place for men to sit and swap yarns. So I want to know what you guys think of the whole LeBron-Bama debacle. So go ahead and toss out your thoughts in comments. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the rumors portion of the Alabama Football Report. First one we have up is the nation's top safety JUCO headed to Bama. Well, we're just giving this one Bear Bryant hat, so it's not necessarily that likely. The safety I'm talking about is Jaquan Briscoe. He stands at 6'1", 175 pounds, and he holds a handful of offers and is currently trending Penn State at the moment. He's rated the #1 JUCO safety and the #8 overall JUCO player per the country per 24/7 Sports. Last season, Briscoe amassed 54 tackles, 4 interceptions, 2 of which were returned for touchdowns, and just 1 fumble recovery. So Briscoe did just receive an offer from Alabama, so that's why he makes our rumor roundup. And while it's really hard to believe that any defensive player in the nation wouldn't want to don that crimson red, I wouldn't get your hopes up about signing Briscoe. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take it to our rumor-o-meter so you know exactly what these Bear Bryant hats mean. 0 Bear Bryant hats means fake news, no accuracy behind the report. 1 Bryant hat means Paul shouting out Phyllis from Mulga, which means it's pretty unlikely. 2 Bear Bryant hats means people are talking. Okay, we can't confirm, but where there is smoke, there is fire. 3 Bryant hats means more probable than not, but our sources in Tuscaloosa are yet to confirm. And then 4 Bear Bryant hats means roll tide, it's fact, it is news. All right, guys, second rumor we have for y'all, and this one's kind of a fun one, is Butch Jones making an intern salary with Alabama? Well, it is a fact. 4 Bear Bryant hats for this one. Alabama is definitely making a low-risk investment in former Tennessee head coach Butch Jones as the off-the-field analyst this season. The Crimson Tide will pay Jones $35,000 annually, Alabama just released on Thursday. Nick Saban clearly defined Jones's role on the Crimson Tide staff earlier this month, stating, saying he's an intern, he's an analyst. I mean, I guess we could have several names for it, but he can't coach on the field and he will work for us off the field. However, it is very much so worth mentioning that the Jones family will not have a hard time making ends meet, with Tennessee owing Butch a whopping $8.26 million, which is due in monthly installments through the end of his contract in 2021. All right, let's get to that third rumor now. Is a Hawaiian not named Tagovailoa gonna sign with the Alabama Crimson Tide? Well, we're giving this one to Bear Bryant hats. People are most certainly talking. So St. Louis High School, the high school in Honolulu that nurtured Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, has another 5-star recruit, and he was spotted in Tuscaloosa just yesterday. Fatui Tuateli is a 6'4", 299-pound defensive tackle who has received 5 stars from 24/7 Sports. He's listed as a 24th best prospect in the nation and the number 2 defensive lineman. He's looking at several schools, however, including all the Pac-12 biggies. Getting him to visit T-Town, plus with his connections to Tua, definitely puts him in the running for the Crimson Tide to get his signature. Let's take it to our fourth rumor now. Keith Holcombe. He's a linebacker for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Is he not going to return to the gridiron in 2018? Well, people are talking 2 Bear Bryant hats for this one as well. And what should come to a surprise to no one, Keith Holcombe is thinking the exact same way Nick Saban is, which means that sometime after Alabama's baseball season is over, we will know if Holcombe, who is also an outfielder for the Crimson Tide baseball team, will return to football for his final season. In the past, Holcomb has done double duty in the spring, practicing with the Alabama football team and then playing in Crimson Tide baseball games. He's on a football scholarship and plays his position, inside linebacker, where depth is an issue. Earlier this spring, Saban said that he told Holcomb to concentrate on baseball, stating, "When baseball season is over, you and I will sit down and decide if you want to come back for a 5th year." On Monday, Holcomb echoed that time frame. When asked if it would be a hard decision, an easy decision, or a decision that had already been made, he said that will be a decision that will be made much later in the year. "I'm not focused on that. I'm just focused on baseball. You've heard me say this 1,000 times. It's baseball season, and that's all I'm going to put my energy to." All right, next rumor we have for you guys is Damien Harris, the SEC's best after contact. Well, this is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. 4 Bear Bryant hats for this one. With ample tread left on his tires, Damien Harris should be one of the SEC's leading rushers this upcoming season in terms of production and workload as a senior at Alabama. Harris led the conference last fall with almost 5 yards per carry after contact, according to Pro Football Focus. Harris figures to be the Crimson Tide's workhorse in 2018 after passing on the opportunity in the NFL draft as an early entry candidate. He'll be one of the featured backs alongside Najee Harris and Josh Jacobs. And for Damien Harris, the possibility of shouldering the load is a fresh approach since officially becoming, quote, the guy in the Alabama backfield following Derrick Henry's departure in 2015. Compared to other primary ball carriers before him, Harris hasn't been worn down or utilized nearly as much as with the Alabama depth at the position, which could be a blessing in disguise heading into the final season. So look for him to hold more SEC records in 2018. Last rumor I have for you guys, and all I can say, this is just a hashtag Alabama problem. Has Alabama filled up their entire trophy case in the Hall of Champions? Well, this is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Roll Tide for Bear Bryant hats. And apparently, we'll show the tweet for you guys. It's gotten so bad that Thorpe Awards, Heisman trophies, etc. are literally just sitting on random tables in the Hall of Champions until they can reorganize the display lobby. And with the way things are going, it shouldn't take long to fill up the next case. Roll Tide.